Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Draper. Today is June 14th, 2024. And we have the camera pushed out 140 feet to the city connection. Today we are at 14693 Woods Point Cove. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So this first connection point is the nose on. This is where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like this is going into a manhole, which is nice. If you ever have to have this line cleaned, they could probably clean it from the manhole access and pull all the waste and gunk back towards the city connection instead of towards your house. Giveaway on the manhole is that it's, you know, kind of a half moon concrete area. So it looks like you have either a blockage or some sort of an offset. I can't tell if it's dropping down or if there's buildup right there causing it to hold water. It seems more like the pipe is lower before it goes into that manhole. The issue with that is that waste could get stuck there, and that could create a blockage where it backs up towards the house. If you look at all the buildup on the side of the pipe, you can see how high the water and waste has been getting in the line. That's not great. You always want the line to have proper grades where it's going out on its own with gravity. You don't want it sitting in the line where buildup is going to build up and then create a sticky spot for waste to get stuck. Now it's looking good. No standing water through here. This looks like proper grade. This is what you want to see. Seeing a little bit of buildup through here, not too significant. Maybe enough that you could consider having it cleaned. Back to the issue with that offset, I'll call it. The only way to fix that would be to dig it up and do a spot repair. And so that would be very expensive. Not only not only to dig it up, but since it's going in at the city there, that's likely going to be in the road. So I'm not positive here if it definitely goes towards the road and not towards the back of the house, but there is a clean out front, so I'm 90% sure this line's going to go towards the street and not a side yard or backyard. Especially at 140 feet out, that matches what it would if it was going towards the street, and so that's what I'm going to assume. So digging at the road is going to cost a lot more than if that were under the lawn and you didn't have to re-pour asphalt. The lateral line is the homeowner's responsibility until it hits that shared line. PVC pipe. This is what they use on most new construction. I've not seen any roots. There's an access point, and so that's likely right outside the house. I think this is outside of the front of the house in the flower bed. I think it's a garage window that it's by. You have a little pipe stubbed up. This one isn't stubbed up incredibly high. You could trim it a small amount to get it a little closer to the ground and make it a little less of an eyesore, but you don't want to go too low to where it's going to become hidden or buried by mulch. Alright, now we are back in the mechanical room, which is where I access this line. You have a nice accessible clean out in this mechanical room. I always try to scope from inside the house. That way we see what's underneath the basement slab as well, as opposed to scoping it from that clean out outside, where we would miss that last 40 feet of everything that's buried under the slab. So just to recap, you do have an offset. It is holding water. That's a spot where it's more likely to create a blockage where it backs up into the house. You could get insurance on this line, and that would help offset the cost if there is an issue. But the only way to fix that permanently would be to dig it up and do a spot repair. I'm going to end this recording now.